These books changed me. And I think if you read them and then apply some of the ideas, because that's a huge part of the you actually do have to apply the ideas from the books to your own life and work them out. But if you do, I think they could really help you too. All right, first up, Think Again by Adam Grant. Grant is a professor at Wharton School of Business, and he works in the realm of organizational psychology. He's got a couple pretty big TED Talks, and he's written a few books, all of which are worth reading. The basic premise of Think Again, though, is challenging you to rethink your beliefs, to embrace intellectual humility, and stay open to changing your mind. He opens the book with what sounds like the beginning of a bad joke. A lawyer, a politician, a preacher, and a scientist all walk into a bar. These are kind of the basic ways we interact, though, when it comes to our opinions or what we think we know. You know, the lawyer makes arguments for why what they think is right and then try to argue another person to their side. A politician is kind of more willing to be shifty and change what they say they think is right in order to win the favor of the people. A scientist, however, approaches problems with curiosity, with questions, not answers. They're constantly having to find out that they were wrong, to adjust and to keep learning. One of the lines that stuck out to me in the book was when Grant said, "I love finding out when I'm wrong, because it means I get to learn something." He also argues that being willing to reconsider and unlearn outdated perspectives is a crucial skill. It's one that helps us grow and avoid blind spots, engaging in healthier conversation. Even though Grant is not a Christian and this is not a Christian book, this is something that Christians need to be better at. The reason I know that is because I'm a Christian and a pastor, and I need to be better at it. Book number 2, How to Know a Person by David Brooks. This book argues that we live in a world where people feel unseen, unheard, and disconnected. And Brooks explores what it really means to see and understand others. So he breaks down the art of deep listening and meaningful conversation. It's something that, as a Christian, I know I'm called to, but I often struggle with. If you've ever felt disillusioned with surface level interactions in your life, How to Know a Person offers a way to build relationships with empathy and with genuine presence. Brooks is a New York Times columnist and a cultural commentator. And even though he was raised Jewish, he's been deeply influenced by Christian thought in his life. And his books often explore morality and faith and the human need for connection. They're all great, but this one could revolutionize your relationships. All right, number 3. It's called A Heart That Works by Rob Delaney. Now, maybe you know Rob Delaney from shows like Bad Monkey or movies like Deadpool, or maybe you've seen his stand-up, but this book, it wrecked me. Like standing at my kitchen counter weeping. It's a deeply personal memoir that explores the grief of losing his son, Henry, to cancer. He vulnerably details Henry's decline and death and how that loss reshaped his understanding of love and suffering and hope. The details around what it was like navigating the medical care and hospice and mourning a child, the incredible people who supported them, and the incredibly stupid things that people said along the way. He's not a religious person at all, and he actually openly talks about his frustration with religious perspectives in this book. And that might make you think, well, Corey, why are you recommending this then? And it's because I have a difficult time tapping into my negative emotions. I'd rather not feel or face them in my life, to be honest. And in some ways, I think my Christian faith helps me paper over these troubling tragedies with words of hope, allowing me to kind of disengage from those feelings. The New Testament almost kind of lends itself to this. Hey, things suck now, but look to the future because heaven's going to be great. Actually facing the devastating realities of the human existence, that's something that our Jewish heritage does better, in my opinion. The Psalms do it well. The Ecclesiastes does it well. I loved this book, even though it was hard to read, because it opened up a channel for me to face some emotions that I usually work pretty hard to keep bottled up to an unhealthy degree. So if you're ready for it, this one is honest and raw. And if you're struggling to engage grief or navigate your own loss, I think it could be a good companion. I also think it's a powerful reminder that faith and doubt can coexist in the midst of pain. Book 4, The Scaffold Effect by Dr. Harold Koplowitz. Yes, this is a parenting book. And no, it's not a Christian parenting book, but as someone who read a decent Christian parenting book last year and also read this one, I can tell you it's really helpful. Here's what's true. Most of us operate in our parenting and relationships either reacting against how our parents raised us or unconsciously reflecting how our parents raised us. This book is really about setting a conscious goal and direction for your parenting, raising resilient, self-reliant, and secure kids in an age of anxiety. The Scaffold Effect is about parenting, but at its core, it's really about creating environments where people can grow in healthy ways. I mean, we're all familiar with the idea of helicopter parents or gentle parents or snowplow parents, but Koplowitz introduces the idea that parents should be like scaffolding, providing just enough structure and support to help children become independent individuals. Honestly, the book offers quite a bit of wisdom on guiding without controlling and nurturing without stifling your kids, and how to spot when your kids are struggling with emotional or mental illness, or how to talk to your kids at every single age and stage, how to care for yourself while raising the kids. The author's a child psychiatrist specializing in adolescent mental health and development, and he's an incredible expert. If you're a parent, read this book. It will be affirming, it'll be challenging at the same time, but what you nurture and pay attention to grows. So if you want to grow in your parenting, read this book. Lastly, I think it would be worth it if you read from the Bible. Not the whole thing, not cover to cover, just pick a couple of the books and read through them. The Bible is, as one author put it, an ancient library of poems and letters and stories that have transformed the way that people think and feel about everything. I mean, these words have been influential for literally thousands of years. So I think they're worth your reflection too. But what about you? Which of these books are you most interested in reading? Or do you have a book that's changed your life? Share it. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. For now, that's it for this one. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like this video. Join the email list if you don't want to miss out on anything in the future. And if you're looking for personalized, customized help when it comes to navigating your spiritual life, throw a wave emoji in the comments. I'd be happy to set up a time to chat with you one-on-one. All of that completely free. I mean, this is church. Next weekend, we're going to get back into our series on the apocalypse and the book of Revelation. But until then, we'll see you later.